Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping.
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome to Broad Ripple on the north side of Indianapolis as we prepare for... Welcome to Chatard High School on the north side of Indianapolis as we prepare for Week 2 of Friday Night Lights in Indiana. Tonight's location, Bishop Chatard High School, as the second-ranked Bishop Chatard Trojans face off against fellow Class 4A foe, the Hanover Central Wildcats. Hi, everybody. Cruz Martin alongside the coach, Keith Myers. Coach, Bishop Chatard ranked second in the 4A rankings. Hanover Central also receiving votes. Neither of these teams have lost so far, but one of these teams is going to hand the other their first loss of the season. Should be a fun one.
Should be a fun one. Should be a great test for Hanover Central. Be a great test for Chatard. Even, with both teams winning, you got to work on some things to get better week by week and week. You can't just lay back and say, we did really well. No, you just got to come forward. And now, week 2, hot day. Not as hot as it was last week, but a little warm. But boy, has it cooled off pretty quickly. It's nice and cool, only 87 degrees.
And it'll keep cooling off as the night goes on, but both of these teams ready to take the field in about 7.5 minutes. The first team we'll look at tonight, Coach, Hanover Central 1-0 on the season from up north at Cedar Lake, Indiana, Lake County, south of Chicago. They defeated Wheeler last week 41-21. And last week they really relied on the run game and their defense. But tonight they're going to have to rely on every aspect. They have to make sure everything is on point because they can be hurt in every facet the game has to offer tonight.
Yeah, their quarterback really did a good job. Tommy Bonner did a nice job. He was 12 of 22, 154 yards, ran the ball pretty well as well, had 10 carries, 72 yards, averaged 7.7 carries a game. The team itself averaged about 9 points a carry. So a very good start. Check out the wide receivers. We talked about that earlier. They have 2 great wide receivers that can catch the ball.
And they'll be led on the field by their quarterback, number 12, Tommy Bonner. Went for 154 yards passing last week and 77 yards on the ground, including 2 touchdowns. Coach, he's versatile and he can do it all.
Big kid, too. A big kid on the in pocket, looks over the field, has time, has a nice arm. If he can't get it down the field, he sure will run the ball.
Now, he's not a one-man show, though. He has a running back with him, number 7, Caden Verrett. He rushed for over 200 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 kick returns totaling 120 yards. He can do it all as well. He's a keystone for this team.
And it really surprised me. They had 24 carries with him, 10 with the other kid, and 7 with the other. So they are balanced. You'll keep Bonner and Bonnet on the field. You're going to be in pretty good shape.
And their defensive back had a big game last week. Number 10, Dylan Bowen, 2 picks, 12 tackles. The defense is going to play a huge role in this game.
It has to play a big role, and stopping Chatard is very tough at times. So you got to play really up to snuff, and you're playing away. Tough place to play here at Chatard.
Head coach of Hanover Central, Brian Parker, in his 7th year, 5 straight winning seasons for the Wildcats, 3 straight 11-win seasons, including a sectional title back in 2021, looking to make more noise here this season. We'll take a quick step aside and look at Bishop Chatard when we come back after this break.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Welcome back to the north side of Indianapolis. We're at Bishop Chatard High School. The Trojans have just taken the field. And speaking of the Trojans, back-to-back state championships, Coach. 1-0 so far in this young season. This is going to be one of the teams to watch now in 4A football instead of 3A.
4A is a little bit different. Both teams are adapted this. They are made for this. They'll be okay. I don't think they'll make us miss a step.
Back-to-back state championships, 17 total in school history. They're off on the right foot. They came off a dominant 58-35 win over Brebeuf Jesuit this past weekend. They're led by their quarterback, number 11, Jack Harrington, 295 total yards this past weekend. And his partnership with their tight end, number 27, Harrison Forrestal, is one of the most iconic and marquee matchups that you could watch on the gridiron.
You're going to see great plays defensively also. They're going to stop you on third down. You're going to have to be forced to punt. I tell you what, being at home, you got to look at Chatard. They are good from top to bottom. All they needed to do is just keep improving. They got a great coach, and as you mentioned, 17 championships. You don't win 17 championships if you're not very good.
And they have a dynamic duo of Daniels in the backfield as well. Number 2, Daniel Shaw, and number 28, Daniel Adams, the running backs for this offense. A great 1-2 punch.
Exactly right. And they can do it on the ground or in the air too.
And the head coach, Rob Doyle, in his 8th season, they've won a sectional every year except for 2021 since he took over. The coin toss has commenced, and Bishop Chatard and Hanover Central getting ready to take the field here in just a couple of moments. Time to thank our title sponsors for this fall, Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passionate Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermaker 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LeUna. And IndianaSRN Sports Page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. Ball's in the air. And this game is underway as Hanover Central will have the football to begin this game. On the return, getting out to the 24-yard line of Chatard is number 10. That was Dylan Bowen, the defensive back who doubles as a running back, who had a big game defensively last week. He gets things going for Hanover Central.
Big kid, junior, 5'11", 150. The play clock is not working functionally here at Chatard. We will keep you abreast of times and the 25 and 40-second shot clock. First game of the season, working all kinds of bugs out. Even the home team's working out some bugs.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 on the first series of the game for the Wildcats. Here's the snap. Bonner hands it off. Up the middle goes number 7. That's Caden Verrett, the running back that we talked about coming into this game. And his first carry gets the Wildcats out towards the 27-yard line.
Again, if you can run the ball and shorten this game, you're really, really cutting short on Bishop Chatard. Bishop Chatard wants to control the ball as well, but running, we could have a very quick game if both teams run the ball.
Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Bonner claps, now he'll take the snap. Looking, picked off! On the interception, back the other way to the end zone, touchdown Chatard! Number 22, Declan Holstetter, the senior tight end / linebacker at 6'2", 200, taking it to the house. 6-0 Chatard.
Reads the eyes of the quarterback, catches the ball, knows where pay dirt is, and that quick at 11-12 play in the first quarter. Chatard leads 6-0. Look at this. Looks at the eyes and just takes off. Nobody touched him until they got to about the 1 touchdown. And we're ready for the extra point.
And that's how quickly the Trojans can punch you in the mouth. Not even a minute into this game, already a defensive stop and a score for the Trojans.
You got to feel pretty good about yourself.
The place kicker, Pato Gallardo, kicks this one up, and it's pure right down the middle. 7-0 Chatard. Not even a minute into this game. First possession up for Hanover Central. Pick 6. As the Trojans lead 7-0, and the Wildcats will get it right back, although not in the fashion that they expected.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, So automating the whole process of delivering your solution and cloud architecture
is very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot.
7-0 Chatard as we return a quick punch from the defending 3A back-to-back state champions, a pick six by Declan Holstetter. And now the Wildcats will have a chance at their second possession of the game. Verrett weaving and breaks a tackle. He might be into the open field, and here we go. Verrett all alone. Nobody's going to catch him. And just like that, the Wildcats punch back.
My goodness.
Caden Verrett running it all the way back.
That gets you pretty quick, huh? 10:55 left in the first quarter. We're tied. We're almost ready for a tie.
Verrett rushed for 194 yards, had 2 touchdowns a week ago in the season opener against Wheeler. And a big-time momentum swing back in favor of the Wildcats. And we're just over 65 seconds into this game. Kick on the way, and that one is good. Aldo Desiderio is able to punch that one through. And so we'll head to break. Just like that, Hanover Central ties this game up.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back on the north side of Indianapolis, a couple of haymakers thrown early by both of these teams. Bishop Chatard, a pick six, and then a kickoff return for a touchdown, 98 yards by Caden Verrett. So the Wildcats will kick off for the first time today. Back for Chatard is Daniel Shaw, the running back. He has a gap. He might go. He's got one guy to beat. He'll slow down, and he'll get wrapped up down near the 35-yard line of Hanover Central.
I don't think these teams know how to play defense quite yet. Oh, my goodness.
Couple of explosions so far today from both of these teams.
First time we'll see Chatard in offense.
And it'll be the first time that we see the quarterback tight end duo of Jack Harrington and Harrison Forstall. Forstall went for 3 touchdowns on 95 yards and 9 receptions last week. And Jack Harrington accounted for almost 300 total yards for Chatard as a whole. The Trojans working from the 37. Already tied at 7 apiece. A minute and 15 seconds into this game. On the handoff. Up the middle, that's Daniel Adams. The other Daniel in the backfield for the Trojans making the run.
We have an early score in Marion College. Brownsburg leads Cathedral 10-0 with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And that's a number 1, number 2 matchup taking place over at Marion University. Second down and 4. On the snap, play action, short little pass to the far side. Julio Graves making that catch, and he's taken down for a first down. So the Trojans will move down to the 21-yard line. They move the chains. Hanover Central's defense trying to stand strong. And that was one of the highlights last week for the Wildcats. Their defense came up huge in their win over Wheeler. They're going to have a big day here if they want to have a chance at taking down the defending 3A state champions. I should say back-to-back defending 3A state champions.
Time clock is at 7.
On the snap, here's the handoff. Trying to turn the corner, it was Daniel Adams once again.
Nice job by the offensive line going student body. Gains about 7. 9:25 to play in the first quarter. 7-7. As we mentioned, the play clock is not functioning correctly this evening, so we'll take care of that for you up here in the booth.
2nd down and 3. Trojans in the red zone. Daniel Shaw, the back. He'll snap it. Nice screen pass over to the left side. Julio Graves with it, and a flag's going to fly.
I think you're going to get called for a hold on Chatard on the wing. And that's what we got.
So that'll move the Trojans back. Ball was on the 14. And that will take him back to the 23-24 yard line.
There's the hold call by Jerry Ross and his crew. Jerry's been around for almost 30 years doing this. Good official, good crew.
Good crew for what has so far been a fantastic game, at least from the start. Bishop Chatard with a pick 6 to get on the board. Big hit right there as Julio Graves makes the catch. Right there on the stop, Dylan Bowen, who had 12 total tackles last week, 9 of them solo. He's able to make the stop right there.
He's very quick on the wings, looks at the ball, spots the ball, finds the ball, and boom, you are hit.
3rd down and 8, the first 3rd down situation for either one of these teams so far today. Shaw, the lone back, they'll look back over to the sideline.
Plenty of time, 12 seconds on the clock. He just changed the play.
Down to 6. There's the snap. And the handoff. Shaw over the middle. He gets drugged down. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 or 4 yards for Chatard. We'll see what the call is here.
Oh, no doubt about it. You got to go for it here. 4th down, 3.
Early gut check time for this Hanover Central defense. They were fantastic last week. But again, that was last week. You have to make a stop here.
Yeah, you can't be judged from last week, can you?
Graves on the near side, the lone receiver. Shaw in the backfield. Here's the handoff. And he gets struck, but I believe he made it. Yes, he did.
Nice,
just by about a yard.
Nice pancake tackle, but he gets the first down by maybe the nose of the ball.
So a fresh set of downs for the Trojans. They convert on 4th down, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. Daniel Adams back into the game, checking in for Daniel Shaw in the backfield. A couple of audibles. Now Harrington takes the snap. Quick pass over to the left. Graves makes the catch, tries to escape a tackle, but can't do so. That stop there by Henry Maurer.
Henry just grabbed jersey, grabbed arm, held on, got 5-yard line. Got 5, so it's 2nd down and goal. Quick moving first quarter. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play.
2nd and 5. Should say 2nd and goal from the 5. Arrington looking back over to the sideline once again for a play call.
Play clock, it's at 6.
Trojans have to go quick. Down to 2. There's the snap. On the handoff, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Adams had nowhere to go.
Down by number 20, Landon
Caduti on the tackle. Looks like he read the play all the way from the scrimmage there, Bruce.
He blew it up. Still 3rd and goal from the 5. Bishop Chatard already had a 3rd down opportunity earlier. They did not cash in. They were able to get it on 4th down. Harrington airs one out to the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Julio Graves in the corner of the end zone. Chatard back on top.
Boy, he came across the center of the field, yelling for the ball right when he got to the H, and then caught it at the corner. Nice job. Good touchdown. There's a great pass. Calling for the ball. Looked the ball right in, and then look a little bit of Hollywood. Hello, everybody. I just scored.
Trojans back on top. Gallardo will come back in for the extra point. And that one right down the middle. 14-7, Trojans back on top. It'll be Hanover Central ball when we come back to Indianapolis.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Bishop Chatard High School, the Trojans retake the lead 14-7. They first scored on a pick 6, gave up a 98-yard return on a kick for a touchdown, and then marched 40-some-odd yards to put the ball back into the end zone to retake the lead, Coach.
Yeah, now it's Hanover Central turn, right? Back and forth we go. 6 minutes, 5:21 left in the first quarter.
Pato Gallardo will kick it away for the Trojans. He's already put the dot on the I for 2 Trojans touchdowns so far today. And he'll send it back off to the Wildcats. Ball in the air. And this one will sail to the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback. Wildcats will start this drive at their own 20.
IHSAA football on IndianaSRN is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today at 317-849-0810. Well, Hanover Central will take the field. And we'll see if the Wildcats offense can work their way up the field and get their first down of the game. Tommy Bonner already threw a pick 6 earlier. And the offense did not see an appearance on this last possession. All thanks to Caden Verrett.
The blue and white student section of Chatard is nothing but wall-to-wall people. AC was here earlier today, got them fired up, and they're ready to win that championship banner again.
They were here bright and early in the heat as well. Here's a nice play for the Wildcats if they can find a gap, but they can't. They shoveled it off. That was Rocco Bartolomeo on the run to the far side, but he couldn't get anywhere.
Got a late flag that's on. Looks like we got a hold on Hanover Central.
That'll push the Wildcats back, which would be the last thing that you want if you're the Wildcats in this situation, because now you're inside your own 15-yard line.
Wow, now they're going to go back to the 10-yard line. So now it's 1st and 20.
There's a holding. There's a holding call on the Wildcats. So they will be inside their own 10-yard line now. 1st and 20. Wildcats in a bit of a pinch, although a fresh set of downs And just a little bit further to go than I'm sure anybody in a white jersey would be hoping for.
You're looking for a big play if you're Chatard right here.
Trips to the left. Here's the handoff. And it's Verrett up the middle, but he gets stuffed. And taken back down towards the 5. Where will forward progress mark him? It looks like the 9.
We're going to get the tackle to Caden Rickard, 12th grader, 6'1", 180. Second, and did he lose another yard?
He did. He did. He got stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. And so it was a loss of a yard for the star running back for the Wildcats. So now Hanover Central really in a tough situation. Although we've seen them have big plays already tonight, and they've made those plays already in this young season. Trips out to the right, 2 to the left. He'll look to the right, and the pass is going to be caught. Bartolomeo with the catch, but again, wrapped up and only a gain of about a yard, maybe 2 if they're lucky.
Chatard's defense just snuffed that out. Saw nice block downfield, just missed the block. Couldn't get a good touch on him. Now it's 3rd down. I don't know if you want to put the ball up in the air down here, Cruz.
Well, we've already seen how dangerous this Chatard defense can be whenever the Wildcats go to the air. Already a pick 6 earlier tonight. That one by Declan Holstetter, the senior, who took it back for roughly 20 to 25 yards.
Got a score up down in Evansville. Evansville Memorial leads North 8-7 early in the first quarter.
3rd and 19. They're going to run it. And Chatard all over it. Loss of a yard.
I think there's 4 or 5 guys you can give the tackle there. McGinley, we'll give McGinley the solo with his buddies.
Tough set of downs right there for Hanover Central. Now bring the punting unit on. And guess who's out there punting? Caden Verrett, the running back. We talked about his utility for this team.
He does everything.
He does. He's the Swiss Army knife.
Bring the water in.
He gets the kick away. This one up in the air. It doesn't have a lot of distance behind it. Oh, he muffed the punt. Muffed punt. It looks like Chatard still has the football. A little bit of a scare for the Trojans, but they will have the ball at the 38-yard line at the start of their next set of downs. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600. So Chatard takes over at the 38-yard line. On the 1st down and 10, this is roughly where they started their last possession after a big kick return on the part of Daniel Shaw. Long throw down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it in the basket. Touchdown, Chatard. Kalen Sargent, the 6'1 senior, with his 2nd catching touchdown of the year. 20-7, Bishop Chatard.
And just like that, you're up 20-7. Look at this, great protection, late blitz. He just dropped that right in the basket. Great catch.
38 yards, Kalen Sargent out of the hands of Jack Harrington. And that'll bring Pato Gallardo back to kick his 3rd PAT of the day.
Coaching staff must have saw something up here to make that play quick. Good.
21-7, the Trojans. Haymaker after haymaker. Hanover Central trying to hang in there early. With 2:31 to go, the Trojans up 14.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
The Trojans set to kick it away after taking a 21-7 lead off a 38-yard touchdown pass from Jack Harrington to Kalen Sargent on the return. Not getting too far. And that was number 10, Dylan Bowen.
Yeah, got to the 19-yard line. How about this, Cruz? Brownsburg leads Cathedral 17-0, 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. 17-0. That we expected that to be a pretty close ball game. Cathedral needs a big rally. Here it's 21-7 with 2:26 left in the first quarter.
And Hanover Central's offense trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel for some kind of momentum with their set offense. So far, no luck tonight. They had to punt on their last possession. In between that, there was a 98-yard touchdown return on the kickoff.
We got to remember that, right?
From Caden Verrett. And before that, they threw a pick six. That ball incomplete. The intended receiver was number 15 for the Wildcats, Henry Maurer, at 6'3", not able to make the catch.
Little behind Luke Tarrington, or he would have had 6.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
There's no sense of panicking here because the game is long, but you need some positive. You need to get your defense some rest.
2:22 left in the first quarter of play from the north side of Indy. Chatard with a 2-score lead, man in motion. The snap, the handoff, wrapped up in the backfield. Another big stop for Chatard. Eddie Benson, the senior,
How about
making
Eddie?
that tackle.
How about Eddie? He's 6 foot, 200 pounds from Christ the King. Linebacker, look at the hole, filled the hole, nothing. 3rd and 13, under a minute and 50 seconds to play in this first quarter.
Well, it was 1st and 10 just a moment ago. You blink, already 3rd down and 13 to go for the Wildcats. Bishop Chatard's defense has swallowed up anything that the Wildcats have tried to get downfield. 3 out to the right, 1 to the left, a man in the backfield as well. He'll try to scramble out, have to get rid of it, and does so. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, but no further. It'll be 4th down and roughly 10. And the punting unit more than likely going to have to come back on for Hanover Central.
And to be honest with you, I don't know how he got that out. I mean, he was smothered and got that out. It saved him probably about 8 or 9 yards, Cruz.
It looked as though he was going to try to ground it at first, but actually had a man downfield, was able to make the grab. Still 4th and 9, though. But they're going to keep the offense on the field. This is a gutsy move right here by Hanover Central, unless they decide to take a timeout, which they just might. And it seems as though that's what's going to happen. They're going to let the play clock run down. It's at 3, down to 2, and the whistle will blow. And so we'll take a quick break right here. 21-7, Trojans over top of the Wildcats from Indy.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do your job right the first time. Kick away for the Wildcats. It's fielded at around the 47-yard line. With it is number 21, Zach Grant. He gets riled up and taken down at the 46-yard line of Hanover Central. 40 seconds remain in this first period of play so far for Hanover Central. A pick six thrown, a touchdown return, and 2 punts so far. For Bishop Chatard, they have scored on every single possession that they have had so far today.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
A pick six touchdown, and then 2 throwing touchdowns. Graves and Sargent making the catches. And that's where we find ourselves at 21-7 with under a minute to go.
And the only thing they did wrong defensively, they gave up a 98-yard touchdown.
Other than that, it has been nearly a spotless resume for this Chatard team up to this point in the game. Short run right there. Daniel Shaw getting about 2 to 3 yards.
Take a look at 4A in the IndianaSRN poll. New Pal 1, Bishop Chatard 2, Evansville Rights 3, Greenfield Central number 4, and Northwood number 5.
Hanover Central also receiving votes in that as well, I believe. Although they've ran into a buzzsaw so far with Chatard. The clock will run out in the first quarter. 21-7 reads the scoreboard. The Trojans will have the football at the 38, the 43-yard line when we come back to the north side of Indianapolis after this break.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811.
If you just joined us, you didn't miss much. 21-7. We'll recap that in just a second.
Bishop Chatard with the football back on the north side of Indianapolis. They sit at the 43-yard line, 2nd and 7, and they hold on to a 2-touchdown lead over the Hanover Central Wildcats from Lake County. On the snap, the handoff, they'll go near side. Shaw takes a big hit, stays on his feet, and will fall forward. He gets about 7 yards on the carry. He might be just shy of the first down marker. Maybe he got 6.
Bolin slowed him down, but man, he just ran right over him and gets 9. If you just joined us, Chatard scores the first possession, then gave up a 98-yard kickback return, then scored on a 40-yard scoring drive, make it 14-7, and then a 38-yard drive made it 21-7. That's where we are. If you just joined us also, the clock is not working correctly tonight, so we'll keep that abreast for you, and we'll keep that time for you here up in the booth.
Quick burst of speed into the front field as Daniel Adams gets the handoff, and he'll get enough for the first down.
That's just power football.
So Bishop Chatard moves the chains. The clock will continue to run. Although it's still early in the second quarter, 11 minutes to go in a 21-7 ball game. Chatard has scored on every possession so far this afternoon, and Hanover Central has had a really tough time trying to prevent that.
Change to play once again.
Harrington backs off the line. Adams with him in the backfield again. Play action. Screen pass near side. Dropped and almost picked off. Julio Graves, one of the top receivers for the Trojans, on the error right there.
Other games going on the network of IndianaSRN. We have the Brownsburg Cathedral game. At the 6-minute mark of the second quarter, Brownsburg leads Cathedral 17-7. And down in Evansville Memorial scores on their first drive, make it 8-7 over Evansville North. That's a big game as well. Big games for you in store all week long. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And tonight, halftime guest, Dennis Tolles from Wheeler Mission will be joining us.
Looking forward to that conversation, Coach. Here's the snap. Harrington looking. Ball's going to be caught. Adams on the reception and breaks the tackle down the sideline. Cuts it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Daniel Adams' third touchdown of the year. And the Trojans take a 27-7 advantage over the Wildcats of Hanover Central.
Took the time, caught him right there. He got the angle, and then he just turned the Jets on right here. Makes a move and pay dirt. 32-yard drive.
Pato Gallardo back out there to kick his fourth PAT of the day. It's on its way, and it is right down Meridian. 28-7, the Trojans on top of the Wildcats from the north side of Indianapolis. We'll take a quick step back and return right after this break.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Fans make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing your donation to a specific school or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. On the return for Hanover Central, Caden Verrett out to about the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at the 31, and that's where Hanover Central will set up shop.
Take a look at this scoring drive. The interception for 22 yards made it 7-0. Then a 98-yard return for Hanover Central made 7-7. Then they went 40 yards for 14-7, 38 yards for 21-7, and a 32-yard for 28-7. And we still got 10 minutes to play in the first half.
High-scoring game, at least so far for the Trojans. And right now, Hanover Central sitting at the 31-yard line, scratching their heads, wondering, how are we going to get back at these guys? Well, it's going to have to start here. First down and 10 from the 31, the handoff. As Verrett will try to get out to the left side, and he is stuffed, and he'll end up just shy of the 35-yard line.
And I tell you right now, Hanover Central needs to score on this drive. Because if Chatard scores on every possession, you're out of this game. You need at least 3 on this drive. I would think you need 7.
The only score so far today for Hanover Central was a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Caden Verrett. Beyond that, 2 punts and a pick-6 thrown. It has been tough going for the most part for Hanover Central, and they're stuck searching for answers. 9:40 to go in the second period of play. Throw out to the right side, dropped, incomplete. The intended receiver, Anthony Lehman, at 6'3" and a sophomore.
I think Lehman thought he could bounce it like basketball and take off and run.
Well, he tried to play it off.
Yeah, he did.
He definitely tried to play it off, but the referee wasn't having any of it. He blew the whistle dead as soon as he saw the ball hit the ground. You can't blame him for trying, though.
No, speaking of officials, thank you for our officials that working tonight. We always need good officials, and we need officials. So if you have nothing good to say nothing at all, and cheer on the officials. They would appreciate it.
We'll hear more about Officially Human later today in our reads on the broadcast. Here's a big run right here. Nice cutback, number 12 on the carry. And that's Tommy Bonner, the quarterback.
He did that a lot last week. Relied on his feet. Nice job. I think that's their first down from scrimmage at the 9:25 mark of the first half.
Well, you always have to start from somewhere. Right now, Hanover Central just had to get that first chain movement, and they finally get it, like you said, with just about 9 minutes to go in the second period. But that might be what gets the wheels turning for this Wildcats team. First down, 10 yards from the 45-yard line. Bonner claps his hands, no snap. Now he'll take it. The handoff to their star running back. And he's stuffed in the backfield, loss of 2.
Michael McGinley, once again, that's his second solo tackle today. Second down now and about 11.
So after Chatard gives up their first down defensively, they're able to get a tackle for a loss to push the Wildcats back.
Folks, it was 95 degrees when we came. It has dropped to 84. It is a pleasant night. Still hot, but still a pleasant night.
It's been a hot last week or two here in central Indiana and all over the Midwest as well. Hit triple digits a couple of times over the past couple of days, at least where I was at. I'll tell you, 84 feels like it's about 64 right now, Coach.
That's true.
Here comes pressure. He gets the throw away. Tommy Bonner taken down by Declan Holstetter, who had that pick 6 earlier today for the Trojans.
We have an update score down in Evansville. I told you it was 8-7. They have changed that to 7-7 down in Evansville at the end of the first quarter. Evansville North, Evansville Memorial.
Coach, I'm really curious to hear how this Cathedral game is going when the next time you get an update, because Brownsburg was all over Cathedral earlier in that game. Now Cathedral struck back, but again, Cathedral, one of the top teams in the state. Brownsburg is too,
yes,
but to
sir.
see the score so lopsided as it was earlier today was kind of shocking. Here comes pressure. He's got to escape it, throws it downfield, out of bounds. Incomplete. Now we'll bring up 4th down and 11 for the Wildcats.
That secondary just ate him up, and lucky he didn't throw that interception.
Now the good news is for the Wildcats, they did move the chains once. That means that they get to move Chatard back with this kick further than they would have if they didn't. And they'll rely on their star running back, star kick returner, and star punter, Caden Verrett. Doing a little bit of everything for this Wildcats team. But so far it hasn't been enough. He has the lone touchdown for Hanover Central already. It was a 98-yard return on a kickoff.
Oh, on the ground.
He boots this one low. It has distance on it, which is good. It bounces inside the 20 down to the 15 where it'll go out of bounds. And this is good news for the Wildcats defense. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, that's a pretty good guess. That's a good, for 50 yards down the field, nice spot.
So a good punt. It definitely wasn't pretty by any stretch. The only thing that was pretty about it was the number on it. Caden Verrett is able to put Chatard back inside their own red zone.
8:02 to play in the first half. We want to take a shout out to say thanks to Sarah. We call her Sarah Chatard here. First solo on the 1s and 2s today. Excellent job. And Daniel Thacker as well.
We have a great crew with us here on the north side of Indy. Nice tackle for Hanover Central, number 4, Vinny Benedo making that tackle, but a couple of yards forward for Chatard. He'll set up a roughly 2nd down and 5. Official measurement, 2nd down and 4. 7:35 to go. Bishop Chatard with a 28-7 advantage and the ball. It has been all Trojans for a majority of the night. The snap, the handoff, new back in there for the Trojans. And it's number 36, Jax Gidry, the sophomore.
5'7", 162. Parish is St. Matthews. You got to give some breathers, right? I mean, it's a hot night, so you're expecting some of the subs.
And it definitely doesn't hurt to get some of those reserves on the depth chart. Some valuable experience against a relatively good, at least up to this point in the season, Hanover Central Wildcats team. Now, there's only been one weekend of football so far this young season. But Hanover Central took care of Wheeler last week. They won that one 41-21. It's been a complete flip of the script here for the Wildcats. Second reception. This time, number 36 once again, Jax Gidry making the reception. He gets out to the 35-yard line, first down and more. He'll get a breather right here, as Daniel Adams will check back in for him. First and 10 from the 36. Bishop Chatard has scored on every single possession that they have had so far here tonight. Adams the back. Julio Graves to the near side, man in motion. That was Stephen Bell. Long throw downfield, just out of the hands of Julio Graves. He was about a half stride out of position from where he needed to be. That would have been an explosive play for the Trojans. That'll bring up second down and 10 from the 36. One of the few things to not go right for Bishop Chatard so far today. Clock stops, 6:07 in the second period. The snap, they'll look to throw again. This is the exact same play. Graves might have this one. No, he doesn't. Thought he might have turned on the afterburners to try to catch up to that one too, but just didn't do it.
They must have saw something up here to go back at it. Stride by stride. Boy, I tell you what, that's just, one more step. He gets it.
Graves wasn't happy about something. He put up his arms there as soon as he realized he couldn't make it to the ball. That'll bring up third down and 10. Looks like Chatard's trying to reach into their playbook a little bit. 6:02 to go. Will they try it again? He's looking that way. He won't. Pressure coming. Harrington escapes, trying to get rid of it. Almost picked off. And right there, Dylan Bowen, who had a big night a week ago with 2 picks, almost had one right there.
And now this is the first time Chatard will punt for the night.
This will be the first time that we will see the punter, Patrick Belby, the 6-foot junior, making his first appearance on the field.
Number 32, Patrick Belby, set to punt.
If I take the temperature of the room, I don't think a lot of people are happy to see him out there kicking it, considering the night that they've had so far offensively.
You're exactly right.
Nothing personal, but I'm sure Chatard wanted to see a 35-7 game instead of Hanover Central with the ball. Kick is straight up into the sky, crashing down near the 40, and it hops backwards. And that's where Chatard will ground it near the 49-yard line. 28-7 the score. Hanover Central and their offense will take over just about where they left off when they made their punt originally on the last possession. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call us today at 317-396-1023. First down and 10 from the 49. Hanover Central. On the snap, they'll pitch it out to the left side. Verrett hides behind a block and will get forward about 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5 from the 46-yard line of Chatard. Tommy Bonner with a good read right there.
Plenty of time here for Hanover Central to score here with 5:20 to play in the first half.
And our clock not working tonight, but the score and down and distance on your screen. We'll have the play clock for you as well. Still 15 seconds, though, for the Wildcats, and no hurry to snap the football. They'll move Verrett over to the left. He'll take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Verrett. He is stuffed. He might have gotten a yard at best, maybe 2 if they're generous. It looks like they are.
This is 4-down territory regardless.
Wildcats need to find a way to get themselves back into this game. And, Coach, doing it before halftime would absolutely be ideal.
Get you some momentum as well going into the second half.
4:35. Trips out to the right. A lone receiver to the left. Barrett marking the eye. And now he'll move over to the left. Here's a fake handoff. He'll throw to run for it. Bonner going forward, and he's taken down. And he does not get past the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will leave him right where they snapped the ball. Maybe they gave him a yard or two. Looks like they gave him 2. 4th down and 3 will be the down and distance. Like you said, Coach, 4-down territory. Hanover Central more than likely going to go for it.
Quarterback has good legs, could get this. Now we're under 3:45 to play, first half.
You'd have to think even a field goal at this point for the Wildcats would be huge.
Well, if you can kick a field goal from here, you should be playing for the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm sure they'll need at least another first down.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over, and we'll take a timeout as well.
We'll be right back to the north side of Indy after this. 28-7 Trojans.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Dynamark. Are you looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Call us today at 317-328-2555.
We forgot to mention the uniforms. Our executive producer, Chuck Levine, thinks that Hanover Central's maroon and light blue uniform is the best uniform he's seen already this year. It's only week 2, folks.
I will say it's one of the most unique and I would say well-working color palettes for any team that I've seen in the state of Indiana. On the completion, that's a first down for for the Wildcats. It'll be just past the first down marker and give the reception to number 2 in those white jerseys. That's Braden Zvek making the catch.
Ever since Sean Krall retired 3 years ago, Chuck Levine is now our fashion coordinator of all uniforms.
Well, it seems as though he's got good taste.
Well, he's an ex Bulldog. Of course he does.
3:14 remaining in the second period of play from Bishop Chatard High School. 28-7, Trojans on top. Bonner, play action, out to the near side, ball caught. Bartolomeo spinning forward, gets about 4 yards right there. The clock will continue to run.
Now, if you're looking at the time, it's at 2:50. Hanover Central out of timeout. Have one timeout left.
They will be able to stop the clock. First down would help, although those have been few and far in between for the Wildcats so far tonight. 2:30 and counting for Hanover Central.
Score here would be big.
They move Barrett over.
Oh, he had time.
He'll step up and tries to get rid of it, throws it up. As he was trying to escape pressure, nothing there. Once again, the Chatard defense putting pressure on Bonner in the backfield.
Somebody lost a shoe. It was the quarterback.
Bonner slides that cleat back on. With 2:19 to go, the clock stops. Incomplete pass. And so that'll buy a little bit of time to organize themselves for Hanover Central. 3rd and 6. Ball dropped near side.
Late flag.
This might be big for the Wildcats. We'll see what the call is, but I think most people can infer what this might be.
Pass interference on the defense. Spot foul, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, and it will be a first down.
And that is the first major defensive miscue for the Trojans so far today. And that will give the Wildcats another chance at moving closer to the end zone and potentially cutting into this lead before halftime.
Puts the ball right at the 20 with 2:15.
So a red zone appearance for Hanover Central. This will be their first of the day. The only score for them so far today was a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Caden Varrett, their star running back. He's in the backfield right now at the top of the eye. I'll move off to the left, if we've seen so many times so far today. Play action, screen pass, far side. Here's some positive yardage for the Wildcats. Just about 5 yards, but it's still positive yardage nonetheless. And worst case scenario, you make your kicker a lot more comfortable by moving the ball forward.
You can definitely get 3. 2nd down, 5. This is a big play for the defense.
And Chatard's defense has shown up time and time again so far tonight. This by far their worst showing in terms of a possession. And we'll see what they're made of. 1:33 and counting on the game clock, 7 on the play clock. On the snap, play action. Fakes, fires to the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Hanover Central cuts back into this lead. Rocco Bartolomeo in the end zone.
Got a penalty, late flag. Got an illegal man downfield called on Hanover Central.
And that will suck the life out of the Wildcats. There was nobody within, I would say, 5 to 10 yards of Bartolomeo. And they're going to have to call this one back.
Jack O'Connor, lineman downfield, and that just shoots you right there in the foot. 2nd down and go back 10 yards. Now you're 2nd down and 10 again with 1:22 to play. Boy, someone missed an assignment.
And Bishop Chatard's defense gets bailed out on a penalty. 1:22, clock is stopped. 2nd down and 10 from the 20. This is a crucial juncture in this game, as Hanover Central has been largely stagnant offensively so far today. This is the best offensive possession that they have had all night. Bonner looks back to the near side again. Ball's caught. And it's going to be Henry Maurer once again on the reception.
Time is running with 1:09 to play, first half. Again, Hanover Central only having 1 timeout left. Can stop it one more time.
Clock continues to run. There's still 26 seconds on the play clock as we're under a minute. Wildcats will go for another play before using that last timeout. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get into the end zone that they'll use it to try to save some time for their kicker. Pass is low, incomplete.
4th down. Now do you bring your kicker in?
Pass intended for number 4, Benny Bonato.
It seems as though with the Wildcats struggling to score all night, that would be the wise decision. But you also said earlier, Coach, that this is 4-down territory. Does the clock change that at all?
Well, I don't know. The hash, if he's got a big – no, they're going to go for it here. Updated score, Memorial leads Evansville North 14-7, and they are 7 minutes in the second quarter.
4th down and 4. They sit at the 14. They have to get to the 10. Big time play right here for both of these teams. Here comes pressure. Bonner in trouble. Goes down. Ball's loose. Picked up by Chatard. And they get the stop that they were looking for. Fumble recovery. It was going to be a turnover no matter what once Bonner went down. But Chatard has the football. It was recovered by number 34, Eddie Benson, diving on the ball.
And Bonner comes up slow, but on his feet. Oh, did he get hit hard? So do you go for a touchdown here or do you go kneel?
Well, we're going to find out here in just a couple of seconds. Jack Harrington back out there. We haven't heard much from Harrison Forstall, star tight end for this Trojans team. There's the throw. Catching it, Daniel Adams gets forward about 2 yards. Clock will stop momentarily.
Timeout, Chatard.
So the Trojans will take a timeout. 28 seconds on the clock. 28-7 reads our score. We'll be back to Indianapolis on the other side of this break.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back at Bishop Chatard High School, 28 seconds. Bishop Chatard just recovered a fumble, I should say, on 4th down. They'll throw the ball right here. Graves makes the catch. First down, out to the 34-yard line. 24 seconds. They're going to try to move the ball upfield and I believe tack on some points to try to distance themselves further from Hanover Central. But first, we'll take another timeout. So we'll take another quick step aside here, and we'll return to Indy after this break.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
24 seconds out from halftime. Chatard with the ball. First down and 10 from the 33. Here's the snap. Harrington looking downfield over the middle. Once again, Graves on the reception, just shy of the first down marker. He'll get 9 on the reception. Down to 17.
And they called their timeout and final timeout.
So back-to-back-to-back timeouts for the Trojans. We'll take one final step aside before the end of the half.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Throw to the sideline, caught, 40-yard line inside the 40, out of bounds with 11 seconds. Making the grab, number 10, Sully Cure, the junior, wrangling that one in. First down and more for the Trojans.
They have done this with, 45 seconds on the clock?
That's right. We thought they might take a knee and go into halftime comfortably, but they're still trying to put pressure on this Wildcats defense.
I'd stand corrected. There was 35 seconds left on the clock.
It's even more impressive when you think about it, as Bishop Chatard tries to lay on the gas going into the halftime locker room. Harrington Throws it out near side, I should say far side. Ball caught. Adams weaving down with 4 seconds. Now down to 3. The whistle will blow. And they're going to try to go for the end zone. 2 seconds. Now on the clock, and it is stationary. So 2 seconds for one final play. And they'll spike it with 1. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 1 second. And the field goal unit will come on.
Wow.
Very impressive drive for Bishop Chatard to get themselves potentially within field goal range. This would be a 46-yard attempt. Pato Gallardo. He's had 4 PATs so far tonight. Snaps back. Kicks on its way, and this one will not have enough underneath of it. It'll be short, and that's how the half will come to an end. Just about picture perfect if you're Bishop Chatard, and a nightmare if you're Hanover Central. 28-7, Trojans lead the Wildcats. Coach, give me your thoughts on that first half.
Well, it all started with Bishop Chatard on a 22-yard interception that made it 7-0, and we thought right then, holy smokes, Chatard looking pretty good on defense. Then the kickoff assumes 98-yard run back by Hanover Central made it 7-0, and then 3 unanswered scores, one from 40 yards, one from 38 yards, and one for 32 yards to make the score as it is 28-7 at halftime. A very impressive first half, a very quick first half, considering we started about an hour ago. Be interesting how the second half transpires and how Hanover Central will make their little run here.
Well, Bishop Chatard will have the football on the other side of the halftime break. 28-7, Trojans over the Wildcats. We'll be right back with an interview with Dennis Tolles for halftime.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
And we want to thank Willard Mission for being part of our Football Friday night, as we are joined by Dennis Tolles. He's the guy of everything at Willard Mission. He does the cash register, he brings water, he actually brings cold Diet Pepsi to you when you're thirsty. Dennis, welcome to the booth again tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate being here again.
Last week you were with us, and the crowd went nuts, and all of a sudden you have another halftime guest with you. halftime performance, it's got to be better than the last week. Okay, you got to do much better.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
be
I'll
nervous.
try to do that. I'll try to do that.
You see the game at 28-7. You see Chatard really kind of dominating after they gave up that 98-yard run back.
Yeah.
Chatard looks like they're just reloading, right?
I know. There's never much of a lull in Chatard football for sure. I mean, as you had mentioned pregame, when you've got 17 state championships on your wall, you're doing something right, and that's over several different coaching regimes.
Now you've been in Indianapolis for a long time. You've been doing a lot. You've been in education as long as I've known you. In fact, you hired IndianaSRN maybe 8 years ago down at Greenwood Christian. Maybe it was maybe 6 years ago. So you know what we do. Tell us about that relationship, so to speak, and then let's talk about the relationship that we have with Wheeler Mission in year number 3 or 4 of this year.
Yeah. The fact is we what you guys do and the audiences you reach, not only showing the student athletes that what they do is important and being able to do these broadcasts, but also the parents and the grandparents and friends and family that can't get to the game and have that access that it was totally unheard of just a few years ago to be able to do that type of thing. And it's really I think it does a great job of just the synergy that is created by all high school athletes to know, hey, you know what, I've got a special platform here. And then that leads right into the fact that sports is such a unique platform to tell a story. And really Wheeler Mission, that's what they are. There's a great story to tell about the community impact they have and the footprint they have in the community for being able to help the underserved and the marginalized and many of the people that just don't have any hope. And when we have a platform like you guys give us, that is incredible.
And Wheeler Mission now being with us year 3 or year 4, you're a nonprofit, but you see the benefit of us broadcasting you with the thrift store and all the things that you all do. It's been a big for us because that sponsorship money goes right back into us to bring these games.
Exactly.
Because we need sponsors to bring high school sports because, frankly, schools can't really do that budget anymore. So if we bring sponsors in, just helps everybody in the community.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is so fantastic to be able to keep the community engaged, not only in the sports realm, but also know that there's a bigger picture that this whole thing represents. And so we're so excited to be able to be a part of that because of that impact that you all make. And it's a testimony to your guys' robustness and sustainability that for the first couple of years, it was just kind of you and I. But now, as we go forward, we're having one of our senior directors, we're having our CEO, president and CEO, we're having one of our other location directors come here and be the halftime guest because we feel like this is an investment being able worth taking.
Talking about an investment, one of the fundraisers that you guys do is the drumstick dash.
Correct.
And today you said you were shooting little photo promos for it at 97 degrees. You got to be nuts.
Yeah.
But IndianaSRN is producing a show more about that coming. Yeah. That will be on our network and also will be put on your website as well. Talk about how important that is because on Thanksgiving Day when I worked for 91.3 The Walk, yeah. And Kurt Wallace and I did that for 7 years. He made me walk it for 7 years in the rain and in the cold. That's a big deal for the community.
Oh, absolutely. It has become such a tradition and just such a family thing to participate in. People coming in from, other cities to be with family, and yet they still take time on Thanksgiving morning. And last year we had about 15,500 people run and walk. And again, as I said, we're already in the promotion mode of that, doing the video shoots that you have, and again, as we talk about getting the student athletes involved in Wheeler Mission and that type of community impact type of thing anyway, just next door here, at Christ the King School, they have for the last several years, they have been so involved with putting together a team for the drumstick dash. They've won our schools and clubs' largest team competition. Like 204 kids from Christ the King end up participating in the drumstick dash on Thanksgiving morning.
And you look at that parish feeder school of Chatard High School.
Exactly.
You walk in, you see that servanthood. Many schools now serve meals during the week down. I know Tammy talks to me a lot about, boy, we had this school and we had this school. I know Heritage Christian a couple of years ago, one of their service projects was to feed the homeless. And that's a big part of what you do. And, we say it's been over 125 years. You say it's been 131 or so.
Yes,
so
exactly.
we got to change our little spot there.
Yeah.
We'll get that done this week.
Yeah, but back to what you were talking about, the little podcast we're going to do. Our senior director Brian Crispin is going to be involved in that, and being able to. You guys are giving us a platform through your network to be able to really go a little bit more in depth than what a halftime high school or halftime show does, and it allow us to be able to kind of really begin to show all the different things that go into making that, and then how that then turns around to help not just meet the basic needs of our guests, but also lead us toward that ability to maybe transform their lives.
Okay, let's change chapters here. If you had to do it all over again, would you do the education thing and come back? You miss education, or do you like what you're doing? You got to say you like what you're doing. I'm sure you have to say that.
I've been very blessed to the jobs that I've had have been ones that 35 years ago I would have said there's no way that that door will be open for me, and yet God has continued to open these doors, and one brick lays on another and another, and all of a sudden I find myself here doing this, and all of the different roles and all the different hats I've played, I find that they all have this ability to just fall in pieces together to let me do the things I do now, and being at a job that I absolutely love. What a blessing.
I will tell you, my friend, iron sharpens iron. You have been one of the role models in my life, and you know that. You know how we care about our families, and you've been an inspiration in my life. I'm glad that Wheeler Mission is on our network and broadcasting games. We'll see you again. I think you're back. I know someone's with us next week.
Yeah. We'll be our director of our thrift store up in Fishers will actually be our guest next week, and I'll be here with him. But he'll be able to talk about the thrift store,
and we'll talk about their most important customer,
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please
Debbie Myers. As we just been announced, there's a lightning delay in our second half. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you. It's halftime with the score. Chatard leads 28-7.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
Is very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
It is halftime here, and we are in a lightning delay. The clock has 29 minutes because every single time we hit lightning, it will be reset. So what we're going to do is there is lightning all over the city. There are games that are delayed just like us. So it is 28-7. What we will do is we will go over our top 5 polls. Cruz joins us. Let's look at 6A. Cruz, you got Brownsburg 1, Crown Point 2, Cathedral 3. They are in a lightning delay, Brownsburg and Cathedral. Westfield 4, Hamilton Southeastern 5. Those teams are going to compete week after week after week.
Well, Brownsburg and Cathedral, like you said, locked in the match right now. Of course, lightning delay, but Brownsburg got a jump on Cathedral earlier today.
17-0.
17-0. It was 17-7, I believe, the last time we heard before that game went into lightning delay.
Right.
But pretty surprising to see Brownsburg jump out to that start. We'll see if Cathedral can battle back. But, yeah, big matchup tonight in 6A, and we'll see how that one turns out.
Whiteland in 5A 1, Maryville 2, East Central 3, Warsaw 4, Castle number 5. Whiteland just keeps on rolling.
Whiteland is a very, very good football team. It's going to be hard to stop them, but we'll see what happens later this year, Coach.
4A, New Pal, which we'll see in 2 weeks. Bishop Chatard number 2, Evansville Rights 3, Greenwood Central 4. We will see Greenfield Central next week, and Northwood number 5. Northwood, time after time, creeping in with a win. I think they could get in the top 3.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. But, again, you're going to have to look at teams like Bishop Chatard, who we're seeing tonight, or New Palestine or Evansville Rights up there near the top. Going to make it really hard to burst into that top 3 ranking, especially the way that Chatard has looked tonight.
Yes, you're right. 3A, Heritage Hill, Gibson Southern, Evansville Memorial, which is one of our schools down south, Guerin Catholic and Tri-West. Evansville Memorial, at this point, I think they're tied at halftime. I'm double-checking the score. Yes, it's 14-14 at halftime. Again, Evansville Memorial making some noise, but that Heritage Hill team, outstanding big ball club.
And I think one thing that all these 3A teams can agree on, they are very happy that Bishop Chatard is no longer a 3A school. I think that every single one of those schools, 1 through 5 and beyond that, are happy to know that the Trojans are 4A now.
2A very quickly, Indianapolis Lutheran number 1, Lafayette Central Catholic number 2, North Posey 3, Eastern Hancock number 4. Eastern Hancock playing tonight, a very good ball club. And number 5, Browntown Central. Browntown Central, the Indians are doing a really good good job maintaining what they left off last year.
They are. And Brownstown is from my neck of the woods. I'm from the southern part of the state, so I'm happy to see a southern team, or I'd say a quasi-southern team in Brownstown Central making it onto the rankings.
I didn't see Borden on there.
Borden doesn't have a football team.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Borden doesn't have a football team. We have 200-something kids in school, and none of us are bigger than 6'2" and 150 pounds soaking wet.
Maybe flag football soon.
Maybe.
1A, South Putnam, very good. North Judson, Providence, Carroll, Flora, North Decatur, South Putnam, really playing the number one team. I think Indianapolis Lutheran tonight, that could be a very good matchup, and that rounds up the top Class 1. We are in a lightning delay. We are 26 minutes delayed. We're going to take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will tell you what we are going to do. Our executive director is calling, see what our capabilities are as we are in a lightning delay here. It seems like the weather is breaking, but we will have to wait for that whole entire time to expire. So we'll let you know what we're going to do after this 3-minute timeout. You're watching high school football on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you
we are in a lightning delay. Joining us now is Dan Wagner. I think he coaches sumo wrestling. No, wrong guy. He coaches girls basketball. Have you touched the basketball yet this spring?
We have. Actually, next week is limited contact period, and we're going to be able to go 2 nights a week for up to 2 hours.
What does that mean, limited contact? You mean you beat them up?
No, that means that's an official IHSAA term.
Okay.
And it means that we can't go every day like we will during the season.
Right.
But we can go up to, and actually it's up to 3 times a week, up to 2 hours for a maximum of 16 times before the start of the season, which is October 21st.
We might as well just get this out of the way. We're looking for sponsors for basketball for the girls and boys basketball team. If you're interested in doing that, contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. You'll hear that a lot over the football season. But going to look pretty good, huh?
You know, each of the last 3 years, people would ask me how we're going to be, and I'd say, yeah, we'll be okay. And each of the last 3 years, we've gone to semi-state.
Well, you know why that is. IndianaSRN.
Well, it is.
No question
Absolutely.
about it. That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Great coverage and great kids. So people ask me this year, how are you going to be? And I say, we'll be okay. And, we're bringing back 4 starters. And we should be pretty good this year.
We're going to cut this interview because we have just been all clear. We're not going to play the second half. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Big game in 2 weeks as Cathedral is in town. Join us. You've been listening and watching IndianaSRN.